Are you at risk for more abuse after being a survivor of incest?
I've sometimes said that one of the worst and most harmful legacies of child incest, which is usually father-daughter incest, but not always, and if it's not the father, it's often stepfather or friend of the mother or somebody known to the mother. I've often said that one of the worst legacies is that as that child grows, she or he has lost an intimate relationship with the non-offending parent. It's usually a girl doesn't tell her mother what is happening to her. And I've sometimes said that's worse than the sex, which is so bad. I don't mean to minimize the crime of incest. It's a terrible crime. I'm not saying there's anything less about that. I am trying to draw attention to the long-term impact of the incest secret and what that does. You know, often children who are subjected to incest are convinced that if they talk, they either won't be believed or things will be so bad for the family that mom is going to suffer terribly. And they keep silent to protect their moms. That's not a good way to begin learning how to trust the wisdom, the abilities of adults. So in a way, you lose your most important relationship with your mom. And that means that later on in life, you can have difficulty knowing who to trust, knowing how to deal with dangerous relationships. We can't deal with all dangers by ourselves. We have to know how to get the appropriate help. So obviously, those people are at a disadvantage. I opened one of the first residential treatment programs for victims. It was with the Sisters of Mercy in Michigan in the early 80s, just soon after we had a PTSD diagnosis. And I knew that a lot of the clients would be women, and indeed they were. And I knew that a lot of them would be incest survivors or rape survivors or wives of battering husbands. And they were. What I didn't know was that there would be so many women where all three conditions occurred to the same woman. So that was an eye-opener for me, and statistics have borne that out. It doesn't mean if you're a survivor of incest, you're doomed. Because most survivors of incest do not get raped and do not get battered. But it does mean that you may need some special help, and special help in learning how to find wise people and have them on your side among your friends.